I go by the name Me, Myself, and I. Epic it was. Remember to like and share to this amazing video. But before I introduce you, I'd like to say a very big thank you for always subscribing, liking, and sharing to this amazing video. I'm here with.
My name is Damon. My Ghana name is Kweku. So I like everybody to call me Ja Kweku.
Ja Kweku.
Ja Kweku. Yes.
What is Ja?
Well, Ja as a Rastafari person, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We refer to most as Ja. So when we see our own Rastafari brothers and sisters, especially our brothers, we refer to them as Ja.
Ja.
Whatever their name is, yeah.
Ja.
Yeah, Ja. So we call you Ja Epic.
Ja Epic,
Yeah.
Rastafari, yeah,
Bless
man. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Ja, where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from Jamaica.
Jamaica, which part of Jamaica?
I'm from Kingston, Jamaica.
Kingston,
Yeah,
Jamaica.
Kingston, Jamaica. That's where I grew up. Then, we migrated to the United States. So we're coming here from Florida.
From Florida, okay.
Yeah, in the United States, but we're Jamaican. So I say I'm Ghanaian by the way of Jamaica.
Wow. You're a Ghanaian being by Jamaica. That is so amazing. I've heard a whole lot of story about Jamaica and Ghana. How is it for you?
I mean, for me, trust me, it's very similar in a lot of ways. A lot of ways in terms of the country itself. Jamaica just a little bit smaller than Ghana in terms of size and population, but in terms of the infrastructure, in terms of the culture and things, in terms of the way we are, I see a lot of similarities, more than differences.
More than differences?
More than differences. More
Wow.
similarities, more than differences. And one of the reasons why I say that, because through the transatlantic slave trade, the Maafa, a lot of our people were taken from Ghana and brought to Jamaica. Ghana and Nigeria, that's where we have a lot of our lineage. But before it was called Ghana, before it was called Nigeria, the Gold Coast, and it was this before the Berlin Conference, and they split everything and named everything. Ghana was known as the Gold Coast. So, in Jamaica we have a set of people called the Maroons. And the Maroons were people who escaped from the colonizers and went and formed their own area in Jamaica. They call it Maroon Town. So you have one of our Jamaican national heroines, which is called Queen Nanny. Queen Nanny is actually an Ashanti queen that was captured and brought to Jamaica during the transatlantic slave trade. So she had a group of people that rebelled against the slave masters, and they escaped into the mountains of Jamaica. And they formed their own Maroon Town. So they still kept a lot of the tradition that they had here. So you find a lot of our patois that we speak, which is broken English.
Yeah.
You find a lot of word that is similar in tree as well. Like now we say we're there.
We're there.
Yeah. In Ghana we say where you there.
Where you there? Where you there? We're there.
We're there. And we say where you there. Somebody call me and say, hey, I'm coming. Like you call me.
Yeah.
I say yeah. And I'll say where you there.
Yeah.
And then we say we're there.
We're there. Oh wow. That is really dope. That is really dope.
Yeah, so,
I love it. For real.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then when you check the culture similarities within the food. You have watching.
Yeah, we have watching.
You're watching Jamaica is what we call rice and peas.
Rice and beans.
Yeah, but we call it peas.
Peas.
Peas, yeah, rice and peas. Even though we're using red kidney beans as well, but we call it rice and peas.
Oh, okay. I thought it was beans.
Yeah, we call it rice and peas.
Peas.
Yeah, rice and peas. Yeah. So so we look at that. We look at fried fish. We have a fried fish with the onions and peppers. And we call it escabeche fish. You have the tilapia with the peppers and things as well. So when we look at it, we see a lot of similarities. The banku, it's the same type of. We have just like you have the donut. Fried donut. We have fried dumpling.
Fruit.
Yeah, we have fried dumpling.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the same. So there's a lot of cultural similarities in terms of the food, the language, the customs, the people. But because we've been separated for so long, and we were under the colonial masters, certain intricacies become different because even though Ghana was colonized by the British, Jamaica was colonized by the British as well. That's why we share the same similarities, because that's what makes the triangular slave trade. They leave from England, go to Africa, enslave our ancestors, kidnap them, bring them to Jamaica. We work on the plantation, the money and all the riches that they gain from they take it back to England. So that's how you had the whole triangular slave trade.
Have you ever asked a Ghanaian about the differences or what they think about Jamaica before?
I always, every time I have a conversation with a Ghanaian about Jamaica, the first thing they say, oh, we one people, we're the same people. I want to go to Jamaica, take me with you.
Wow.
And I'll tell a lot of people, like, when you're here, you're driving, and you look at a lot of the cars, you see a lot of Jamaican flag, the stickers on flags, in a lot of the cars. Because one of the similarities we also share is that the Jamaican flag color is the same color as the Ashanti. Right? So, and Jamaica is the only country in the world that has those colors.
Yeah.
There's no other country in the world. You can research it.
That's true. You having conversation with Ghanaians, have you ever come across like them actually telling you about the slave trade between Jamaica and Ghana?
It depends.
It depends.
I've been places where I see mostly the younger generation. They're more aware. And the reason why I say that too, I know because of the internet age that we're in, the information age. You know, anybody could go on Google or YouTube to gain information. And in this day and age of the information age, to be ignorant is a choice. To be ignorant is a choice.
It's a choice.
Right?
Why is it a choice?
Because you could get any information at your fingertips. What you have in your hand right now is a computer. Right?
Yeah.
So you could go to the University of Google, the University of YouTube. You could find MD content creators like yourself that's bringing information. Right? And it's bridging the gap between the diaspora and my brothers and sisters on the continent. So there's a lot of information and knowledge being shared. When I go to Cape Coast, because we host tours, my wife and I, we host tours out, so we bring groups here. So when we go, one of our destinations is Cape Coast, so we go to Arena Slave Dungeon, we go to Cape Coast Slave Dungeon. I don't call them castles, I call them dungeons. Because that's what they are. There wasn't a castle for us.
There wasn't a castle for us. There was a castle for them.
For them, right? For us, it was a dungeon.
Dungeon.
Yes.
Because we were suffering.
We were suffering, right? So when we go on, in the tour guide, they would take us around and they would tell us the history of what happened. So a lot of them are aware.
Aware.
Right. You know, and then, you know, some of the younger people, like I said, you know, like yourself and some of the other younger people that I speak to, they are conscious enough. They might not know the in-depth story, but they know. For us, because we were taken away and we lost our culture, we lost our tongue, we lost our names, we lost our heritage. So for us, we were more on a seeking mission. So we started to seek knowledge, we started to seek information. So that's how we started to learn about the African roots. And now, growing up in Jamaica through the Rastafari movement, we always talk about Africa. We always talk about going home. If you listen to any reggae artist from Bob Marley time, even before Bob Marley, coming down the line, all of our songs are redemption songs to Africa. We're singing about Africa, we're talking about going back to Africa, because that's where we're from, that's where people from. So we always had this cultural identity to identify ourselves as Africans. We didn't see ourselves outside of it.
Wow.
So when we come here, it was just only natural for us to assimilate easier. Like I said, if I'm here walking on an Accra, just looking at this view right now, if I close it, the only thing that makes it different is if I close my eyes and just listen to the water. I know that I'm not in Jamaica. But if I open my eyes and close my ears, I think I'm in Jamaica.
In Jamaica. Wow.
You know,
Wow.
So for me, that's the difference.
That is the difference. Wow. Getting to know, like when Ghanaians to get to know you, like you from, let me say from the diaspora, let me say Jamaica, being from Jamaica. Oh yeah, I'm from Jamaica. How do Ghanaians, treat you or come towards you?
Very receptive. Very receptive. Once, and sometimes I know you have to tell them I'm from Jamaica.
Okay.
They say, oh, I'm from Jamaica. I say, yeah, how you know? They say, oh, I look at the hair, I look at how you dress. And I'm like, yeah, so a lot of them can distinguish that we're from Jamaica. So if they don't, and then we tell them, they're like, oh, you're my brother, welcome home. Da, 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 da. So, I think just through the music itself, reggae music, because I know reggae music is popular here. The first time I came to Ghana was in 1998.
1998.
That's the first time I came to Ghana.
Wow.
So I was here when Rollins was president, right?
Let me know in the comment section. Were you alive by that time?
Yeah,
Leave a comment.
Yeah, so I've been traveling to Ghana since that time.
Wow.
Since 1998. And how I got to Ghana was that President Rawlings came to Jamaica in 1997.
Okay.
The 1st of August during the Emancipation celebration.
Okay.
So for everyone that knows Emancipation Day, which is August 1st, that's when the British, stopped slavery.
Okay.
Right? So every British colony that was under their rule, slavery was ended on the 1st of August.
And you were there to witness this?
So when he came to Jamaica, he came during that time, a celebration. When he came, the Rastafari, as the Rastafari, we went to drum and to check, because anybody coming from Africa, we welcome them. Yeah. So we went to meet him and he gave us speech, and we were talking about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and his Pan-Africanism. Ghana is the gateway to Africa, and he welcomed us home with your brothers and sisters. And when he came to Jamaica, he saw us celebrating Emancipation Day. He came back to Ghana, and that's when the official Emancipation Day celebration started in Ghana. So he came in August of '97. I came to Ghana March of '98, which was Ghana independence.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's when I came to Ghana and I fell in love. I was like, this is the place I want to be. So I've been coming to Ghana ever since. And then I took my wife for the first time in 2017. We came to Ghana together. I treated her for her birthday. It was her birthday, and I took her to Ghana because she wanted to. We used to travel to Jamaica back and forth, so she wanted to move to Jamaica. I said, listen, I'm a Pan-Africanist. Marcus Garvey said we cannot give up a continent for an island.
Wow.
Yeah?
Wow. Repeat that again. You can't give out a continent.
You cannot give up a continent for an island. That's the words of Marcus Garvey. Right?
Wow.
He also said that a leper cannot change his spots, as an Ethiopian cannot change his skin color. So we have to identify ourselves as who we are, that this is where we're coming from. Right? The birthplace of civilization is the continent of Africa. Right? And we are the original people on that continent that populates the world. And so when I was telling her, I said, listen, before we make a decision on moving to Jamaica, to Africa first, I take it to Ghana. You make your mind up from there. And then I took her in 2017, and that was all she wrote. We come back to Ghana every year after that. I've been to 5 different countries so far in the west coast of West. I've been to Togo, I've been to Benin, I've been to Senegal, I've been to Gambia, and of course Ghana. And out of all of them, Ghana has just been the place that resonated with us the most. So we came in 2017, came back in 2018. We took our first tour group in 2019 during the year of return, and then COVID hit, and then we came back 2021 with our family, and then we spent some time with our family here, and then we went back and did our tour group in 2021, and then we've been coming back every year since, and then we decided to make the final move, so we're here.
Wow.
We're there.
Wow. How is Ghana right now, comparing it to J.J. Rawlings, the former president of Ghana? May he rest in perfect peace.
Yeah. From '98 to now, there's been a lot of development. So I see the major difference, right? And a lot of people want to refer to Africa as a third world country or underdeveloped. I see it as a developing nation, developing country. There's so much progress that could be made here, So I see a lot of improvement in terms of, like, even when I came back in '98, they had a power situation going on at that time as well. And the time that I came, I think it was during the dry season. I came during March, so we're still coming out of the dry season. So at that time, there was rationing power because they had the Volta damage that they get the hydroelectric power from. Right, so they had announced that, today you have power here, tomorrow you not. So at least there was preparation. We know that, okay, today you have to make sure you have candles, or you have a generator, or you have something, power bank. Well, at that time we didn't have any power bank. Yeah. So at that time we didn't have cell phones either, right? Cell phones wasn't as popular as it is now here in Ghana in particular. Right? Maybe in the States or the West, but in '98, cell phones wasn't a thing here. So even when I was trying to call family back home, I used to go to a payphone.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see no payphones now.
No. Ah, come on.
So
I think now you can see it on like maybe some of
you go to a museum.
Yeah, museum. Some of this museum you find
so
it.
it's an artifact.
Now it is.
It's an artifact. So you know, so there's major improvements I see, even within the power grid. I mean, you know, so we was talking about it earlier, but now things has been better. So I see a lot of improvements, you know, in the country as well. There's a lot more need to be happening as well. There's more to be done. But I think I'm very surprised and pleased to see where it came from to where it is now, and to see the future of where it's going.
What is the future? What is the future? Is it the future of where it's going? What are some of the future? What are some of your expectations that you want the futures to have in there?
Well, for me, one of the things that I try not to have, I don't try to put too much expectations of things. You set yourself up for failure, right? So for me, what I see the vision of what's going on. You can see, just looking around and seeing the scenic views, you see a lot of cranes. You can tell that there's development going on. You see a lot of cranes, a lot of buildings that's going up, a lot of buildings that's in progress of being completed. So that indicates that there is development going on.
Yeah.
It indicates that there's some type of economic growth.
Yeah.
Because for people to come in and invest and pour in money, they have to expect some type of return. So for me, what I see is that there's a future. I see a lot of foreigners coming, you know, not just from the diaspora, but I see the Chinese, the Lebanese, the European, the Indians. A lot of them are coming into the country. They're investing into the country. So I think that just seeing that as an indicator that there is economic growth, that there's development that is taking place. And for me, as a diasporan coming home, you know, I see the opportunity for us to come here and be a part of it. And I think that for us to bridge the gap, I think that there's more needs to be done to welcome diaspora home. And when I say welcome us home, you know, I think because the Chinese or the Lebanese, they might come in, they might create bigger business because they get opportunities to come in and invest their dollars. For us as diasporans coming back home, you know, I think we're not seeing that light. You know, one of the terms, every time I hear it, it makes me cringe, is when a brother from Ghana or a sister, they refer to as you people. I don't. Yeah, that to me, I take that as an insult. Because I'm not different from you, we are the same. That's one of the things. But I think one of the other greatest things about it as well, in terms of learning and understanding, is that we see what the colonizers did to the dollars. But there's a divide. We don't see ourselves as the same, we see ourselves as separate. You know, they might see us as the ones that was taken and brought, but they thought that we were put into a better situation because when we come here, our dollars might be a little bit stronger, right? But that is not by our powers or our means. That's by the economy, right? And the dollars that we work, it's not like we go there, we have a tree and we pick the dollars off the tree and we come. We have to work hard, work very hard, save our money, do our things so when we come here, because our money could go a little further, you know, we might come. But then I don't know if it's the colonization that has happened here, because to me, to be taken away and brought into another land and be colonized, right? That's one thing. But to be here in your own land, in your own home, to be colonized is a different thing.
It is a different thing, for real.
Yeah, so to me, it's a part of the self-hatred that we have for ourselves and have for each other. And I think that the powers that be doesn't want us to unite because they know our unity is our strength.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel for us, if we see this as a great opportunity that our brothers and sisters are coming back home, it's not that the people here doesn't have anything to offer. They have a lot to offer in terms of cultural value, in terms of cultural knowledge and understanding, because that's what we lost.
Yeah.
Right? We might add value because you're bringing dollars that could go further. You're bringing certain organizational skills and certain knowledge that we learn in the West here that could build upon what's already been set as a foundation. So I think that it's a unique opportunity if we take away that divide and stop seeing us as separate and start seeing us as brothers and sisters and open up the doors for us to be welcome home officially and properly. You know, I see the government took steps when they did the year of return. Right? I think that was a good initiative, but I think there was more that could be done in terms of infrastructure. When I mean infrastructure, I mean systems set in place to make it easier for diasporans to come. Like one thing is, why would I need a visa to come back home? Understand? Why is it if I'm going to go to a historical site or a tourist site, I am being charged as a tourist instead as somebody coming home? Understand? So if we start looking at it from the economic standpoint of, oh, I need money now, and look at this as we're going to build together and sow seeds for the future, then I think that it will open up the gates for more people to come, because a lot of people come, and when they come, some of the things that they might experience here kind of deter, because when they come here, they just see as an open person. It's like they want to take. One Ghanaian said this to me, so I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up.
Well, have you worked with Ghanaians?
Of course, I operate a tour company, so I hire the buses here is owned by Ghanaians, and what we do is when we come, we make sure source the things that we need that's owned and operated by Ghanaians. So when we stay at hotels, we make sure that the hotels are owned by Ghanaians. When we go to restaurants, we make sure we go to the restaurants that's owned, because we want to make sure that our dollars circulate back within the community. When you circulate your dollars in these other places that's owned by Europeans, it might circulate for a small portion. You pay the people that's working here, that's Ghanaians, they go feed their family, that's good. But then the profit goes out of the country. Right. Wow. When you hear and you support Ghanaian businesses, the money stays here and circulates. You understand? So for me, we try to source that. So working with Ghanaians, I work with tour guides as Ghanaians. We actually have a land project where one of my business partners, a brother that I met here when I came in '98, he's Ghanaian, and me and him is in business together on our land project. We have some land that we own in from. Right. So I work with Ghanaians closely. So
and how is it working with Ghanaians? How is it for you?
So far, the ones that I have met and I'm working with are very good people. Good people. Very honest and very aware. They put me onto game here. They put me onto what to watch out for. And then you have the few bad apples. Because since I've been here, I have my own share of situations of the bad apples. The bad actors. I have my own fair share of that. So it just made me more aware. For me, for some people, it becomes disheartening to trust. But sometimes in anywhere in the world you go, I'm not just talking about you, because you could come to Jamaica and get the same problem. You could go to the United States and get the same problem. So it's not the location. It's not that it's gone, right? It's that there's bad actors and bad apples everywhere you go. And people see the opportunity, and if they could come in on the opportunity, they'll take the opportunity to get you, right? And because a lot of us coming from the diaspora, we have this open heart mentality of coming home. I see my brother, I see my sister. So, in our willingness to be a part of the culture, to be integrated into the society, sometimes we might trust a little bit too much and not vet the people. And sometimes you have some people play a good game, they play the long game, they'll build your trust, they'll build up this, and then later on, when you think everything is good, no matter how mindful you want to be, the opportunity comes when they get you. You understand? So, and that's like I said, that's anywhere in the world. So, I'm just talking about, my own personal experience.